watching South West London TV. I'm Alex Willis-Bray and we're at Victoria House here in London for the Autumn-Winter 2014 London Collections. Now this is the 4th biannual menswear fashion show, and not only are we going to be bringing you behind the scenes access, but we've got some fantastic interviews lined up with top fashion designer Paul Costelloe, with GQ editor Dylan Jones, with magician Dynamo, and the gorgeous supermodel David Gandy. Yes, ladies. There is so much more to come, so keep watching. I'm with the gorgeous supermodel David Gandy. David, thank you very much for joining us.
That's okay.
How have you enjoyed the show?
Show's great, actually. The take on the quilted sort of stitching was ingenious. I loved it, actually. You know, James Long, I know, and you know, he's a great guy, and he's always quite sort of very fashion forward. And you know, so I read the brief about sort of the sci-fi and everything else, and that was the inspiration, and it was very good. It was a great show.
Now you're an ambassador for London Collections, aren't you? So how important is London Collections for men's fashion?
It's hugely important. It's important for many reasons. For not just for fashion. It's important for the economy. You know, we bring so much money in, and it just it gives us a platform. It gives the young designers a platform to really show what they can do. And I always say we don't really shout about what we do in this country enough, and we do this very well. And this is where all the trends and so much heritage started from menswear, and it's finally sort of come home, and it's hugely successful. So it's good.
David, thank you very much for joining us. Really
thank you.
I'm with designer Paul Costelloe. Now, how important is London Collections for you as a designer?
London Collections is becoming more and more important. It's in its very early stages. This is the 3rd season.
London has great heritage. Does that help you inspiring how you design your clothes?
I think it has an amazing heritage, more so than ladies wear, because you've got Savile Row, you've got British tailoring. British men traditionally were always beautifully dressed. You know, you go back to Victorian times, and this heritage continues. Men's fashion in London is #1, probably #1 in the world, because Italians have got a certain quirkiness, a certain sort of jackets that don't fit and that trousers are too short. So it leaves us at the pinnacle. Americans have got a very specific style that's so casual that you just want to fall asleep in their clothes.
Well, Paul, thank you very much. I am with Dylan Jones, editor of GQ magazine. Dylan, thank you very much for joining us.
Pleasure.
How important is London Collections for men's fashion?
I think that finally London has its own men's fashion week, and as you can see, there are hundreds and hundreds of people here from all around the world converging on a city that creatively is the most important in the world right now. We're only in our 4th season, but considering how far we've come in such a small amount of time, attracting the likes of Paul Smith and Burberry and Tom Ford and Alexander McQueen to move back to London from showing abroad, I think it's really exciting.
And we've seen a lot of new designers coming through the ranks as well. I mean, do you think it's going to open the floodgates for more? Is it going to help new designers? Yeah,
I mean, we initially started the project in order to give a platform for the younger designers. But what you've got now, you've got incredibly creative young designers. You've got international brands, plus you've got the heritage of Savile Row and Jermyn Street. So you've got this incredible mix.
Do you think that a lot of men are getting more into menswear and fashion now?
I think there's more of a direct link between shopping and men's fashion because it's very accessible. I mean, you'll see things which are deliberately designed for the catwalk to look sort of extravagant, but you take the likes of the Marks and Spencer show last night, there's a direct correlation between that and the high street.
I'm with the amazing Dynamo Magician Impossible. So which show have you been to see?
I just watched the Matthew Miller show. That was pretty awesome. And he's done some women's stuff as well, which, you know, was a bit of a surprise. I wasn't expecting that. So.
In the show as well?
Yeah, it was good.
So who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Alexander McQueen today. I got Christian Louboutin and Dior. So.
And Dior, all the big labels. So what other sort of big name brands are you into?
I love Givenchy. I'm interested to go see Jonathan Saunders today. I'm going to see that next, actually. So I'm interested to see what they've got to show. And obviously the people at the Man Show. I don't know who they actually are yet because they haven't told us. But you know, it's 3 new designers, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, good stuff. I didn't realise that you'd be into fashion so much. I mean, how big is sort of London fashion for you?
London fashion for me, well, in fact, fashion in general for me has always been integral into what I do because, you know, when I walk on stage or when I start to perform, the first thing people see is what I'm wearing. So, you know, I've got to look good, and if you look good and you feel good, then, you know, then the magic's even more impressive.
Well, Dynamo, thank you very much for joining us. I've had such a fantastic time here at London Collections, the highlight of which has to have been the interview with Dylan Jones, the fantastic magician Dynamo, and the gorgeous David Gandy. Please subscribe to our channel because I'm going to be back with more fashion reports during this autumn-winter 14 fashion season. I'm Willis-Bray. You've been watching South West London TV.